Good evening from London. It's a bright summery evening here. And hello from me, Dr. Dermot Hudson, the chairman of the British Group for the Study of the Juche idea, chairman of the Korean Friendship Association of the UK, an official delegate of the KFA for the UK, president of the Association for the Study of Songun Politics of the UK, and of course, the very owner of this channel, Songun 007, the militant voice of Songun and Juche in the UK, defending people's career with no ifs or buts. And as the light fades here in London, there's just time to make a short video about the very exciting news about the latest DPRK ICBM test. And on the 12th of July, that was yesterday, the General Missile Bureau of the Korean People's Army tested the new type ICBM, the Hwasongpho 18, under the guidance of respected Marshal Kim Jong-un, the Supreme Commander of the Korean People's Army and General Secretary of the Workers' Party of Korea. The missile travelled to a maximum altitude of 6,648.4 kilometres and flew a distance of 1,001.2 kilometres for 4,491 seconds, or 1 hour 14 minutes, before landing in open waters of the East Sea of Korea. And the mainstream media remarked that this was the longest flight time achieved by a DPRK intercontinental ballistic missile. It shows the phenomenal advance in the DPRK's missile technology. The new type of Hwasongpho 18 ICBM further enhances the core strategic force of the Korean People's Army and greatly increases the national self-defensive power of People's Korea. As the Korean Central News Agency reported on today, the 13th of July, and I quote, "The Hwasongpho 18 weapon system, equipped and operated by the Strategic Force of the DPRK under the long-term plan for building the state nuclear force, will perform its mission and duty as the most powerful core main force means for thoroughly deterring and overwhelmingly responding to diverse threats of a nuclear war and provocative acts of aggression against the DPRK, and for reliably defending the security of the DPRK." End of quotation. The test fire of the new type Hwasongpho 18 ICBM was a just response to the ever-increasing and frantic US imperialist aggressive moves against People's Korea, which have not only seen continuous military exercises and aerial espionage, but also the deployment of the US nuclear strategic assets to the Korean Peninsula, the so-called Washington Declaration of the US imperialists and South Korean puppets, which was produced in April this year, actually calls for a nuclear strike against the DPRK. And as I said before, old sleepy Joe Biden, he actually threatened the DPRK with nuclear annihilation, saying that it would be the end of whatever regime in the DPRK. Thus, the DPRK has every right to defend itself. The recent ICBM test is the independent right of the DPRK that no one should try to interfere in. And, stress again, it's a self-defensive action of the DPRK. It's been carried out on the soil of the DPRK, and it is an action to defend the independence of the DPRK, to defend every single blade of grass in the DPRK, to defend the socialist system and the happy lives of the Korean people. And it is the US that is the aggressor. It's the US that's got troops in South Korea. It's the US that's got nuclear weapons in South Korea. It's the US that's got a giant global empire and military bases all over the world. People's Korea is just standing up for itself and defending itself. So no one should quibble over this action of the DPRK. And of course, as Comrade Kim Yo-jong, the Vice Department Director of the Central Committee of the Workers' Party of Korea, also was saying this week, the US have upped their aerial espionage of the DPRK. There's been numerous intrusions by US spy planes into the DPRK. This is an intolerable provocation. It's a violation of the DPRK's sovereignty, and the DPRK have got the right to respond to it, as they did in April 1969, when the giant US spy plane, the EC-121, was brought down by a fighter aircraft of the Korean People's Army, and also in 1994 when a US helicopter was downed by anti-aircraft fire from the ground by a KPA anti-aircraft unit. We congratulate People's Korea on the successful ICBM test. It is a great victory. It's a victory of the Juche idea and the Songun idea. It is a blow to US imperialism and to big power chauvinism and modern revisionism. It is significant that the ICBM test came within 15 days of the 70th anniversary of the victory in the Great Fatherland Liberation War against the US imperialists. Victory belongs to People's Korea and the great Juche idea, and to respected Marshal Kim Jong-un, the supreme leader of People's Korea. We say victory to People's Korea. US out of Korea, down with US imperialism, long live Juche, long live Songun. Thank you very much for listening. And I urge that if you're not already a subscriber to the channel Songun 007, to please consider subscribing to the channel, and also to our affiliated channel, Korean Friendship Association of the UK. And don't just subscribe, but tell your friends about it and share content as widely as you can. You can support us in a number of other ways. You can donate money to KFA UK. You can buy our publications on lulu.com. One of our best-selling books is The Famine That Never Was, very popular book, and also The Great Conspiracy Against People's Korea. There'll be a link in the description. And above all, give us support on the ground at real life meetings and online meetings. And we've got a real life meeting coming up on the 22nd of July, and also one on an online meeting on the 25th of July, for which you will need to register for. Anyway, the light is fading. So I wish everyone a very good evening and see you again soon. Goodbye.